Yo, what's up everybody? It is Saintsfan, and sorry throughout this commentary if you can hear some like thunder and some rain. It's actually storming right now at my house, so if you hear that in the background, just kind of forgive me on that one. But anyway, getting into the video, what we're going to be talking about, as you can tell from the title, I'm going to be running through which car is better, the Sandking or the brand new DUBSTA 6x6. A lot of people were wanting to know, what is the best off-road vehicle now between these two cars, because previously, if you wanted to go mountain climbing or something like that, you would use the Sandking. Well, now you have this other option. So if you do enjoy this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, if you want to see some other cars, especially from the DLC, maybe like one of the muscle cars, if you want me to test that out, and if you want me to see which one's better in that aspect or that category, then just let me know in the comment section. But again, if we can hit over 2,000 likes on this video, that would be super awesome. But getting into the first test, so this one is the Straightaway. Now normally with these type of videos, I just do the Straightaway test, but obviously these are off-road vehicles, so this test doesn't matter that much. Now one thing off the bat, and this actually surprised me a little bit. I thought the Sandking and the Dubsta, they were actually the same size, but the Sandking is actually a little bit bigger than the Dubsta 6x6, and as you can tell, you can tell the difference. Like the Sandking just looks like this massive truck, where the Dubsta, compared to other cars it's huge, but compared to the Sandking, it is no match. But as you can tell from the race, I clearly smoked them, so, speed-wise, the Dubsta is the better car. And by the way, all of these cars are fully upgraded, and we have both the SWB version of the Sandking and the XL version. So just in case people were like, oh, you didn't test that or that. So for the speed test, obviously, we're going to have to give it to the Dubsta. Now moving on into the next two tests, I pretty much, the first one I show is just the handling. Now, I'm not the greatest driver, as many of you guys know, and I don't claim to be, and this isn't like anything official, this is just my opinion. But basically, I went to the dirt road, or the dirt bike sort of course in Sandy Shores, and I just took both cars and rode them through the thing, and just to get a feel of what each car handled like. And honestly, I would probably give the better handling to the Sandking, but that's only because the Sandking doesn't go as fast. As you see the gameplay in the background right now, obviously I do crash, and I'm not, this is made for dirt bikes, not made for giant trucks, but still, nonetheless, it's a good place to sort of get a feel of what the handling is like. But the problem with the Dubsta, it's actually just so light that, especially when you go into the air, or like when you hit a curb, or you turn a little bit, your car sort of flies, and it goes a lot further than you would kind of want it to. And so that's the issue with the Dubsta. The Sandking, on the other hand, since it's such a heavier truck, when you turn, you're not going places where you don't want to go. You have to turn a little bit more, you have to force it to go, if that makes any sense. And again, I think that it comes down to, especially for this is off-road handling, the Sandking only slightly wins above the Dubsta, just because, like I said, it doesn't go as fast, so you do have a little bit more time to turn and everything like that. It's not as uncontrollable as the Dubsta. Now, when you're on a road, personally, I like the Dubsta mainly because it can drift. The handling on the road is actually pretty good because it is such a light, big truck, which is kind of odd. But again, because it is such a light truck, the only issue that I've ever ran into is that you spin out a lot, and that's the one thing I kind of don't like about some of the muscle cars. You barely go to the right or something, and your car just spins out. Well, you have that issue with the Dubsta as well, and I didn't notice it too much with the Sandking when I was driving it around. So I guess it really depends if you are wanting, I guess, a faster car, a lighter car, that could drift, or a truck that could drift. The Dubsta's better, but if you're looking for that stability, then the Sandking is obviously the way to go. And then the third test that I decided to try was mountain climbing. Now, obviously, again, this isn't anything professional. This is just my opinion, and this is just something I found a mountain, and I was like, what, let's try to get up this mountain. I actually like the Dubsta, and I tried to get the best representation of this in the video, but obviously certain things never went the way I planned it to. But the Dubsta being a 6-wheel drive car, that has so many advantages to it. Sometimes when you get stuck, with the Sandking, the Dubsta can get out of that situation because it has that 2 extra pair of wheels. Now, I have heard people say that the Sandking is still better for going up steeper rocks, But I mean, honestly, they're both kind of the same. Personally, like I said, the Dubsta I actually find to be a little bit better, just because sometimes those 2 extra wheels, they kick in or they grab a hold of a rock or something, and then you can get over the rock or the mountain or whatever you're trying to climb up. And as you see in the gameplay, I just decided that we're going to actually by the that colony that's up in the mountains, and there's like a little, I guess a couple of rocks, and I decided to try to go up it. As you can see, well, we failed the first time on the Dubsta, but the second time we go up pretty smoothly. And that's another thing, because the Dubsta does go a little bit faster than the Sand King, you do have a better chance at getting up steeper hills and rocks and stuff like that, just because you get more speed going into the jump and going up that actual mountain. So that is also a benefit of the Dubsta. But wrapping everything up, overall, obviously I would give the winner to the Dubsta, just because, you know, it kind of is an overall better vehicle. Obviously some things on the Sand King are better, but for the most part the Dubsta wins. But the one thing with the Dubsta, obviously you have to be level 100 to get it, which a lot of you guys apparently aren't, because that's what I've been reading in the comment section, and you guys are kind of mad about that, which I understand. And then also the Dubsta, you know, like I said, it costs $249,000. That's a lot of money, especially if you are a lower level. Whereas the Sand King, I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's like $80,000 or so, but you can find it, you know, on the streets running around for free. So there's that. And then also, again, the Sand King, if you want a giant car, the Sand King is definitely still the way to go, because it is much bigger, although the Dubsta can hold 6 people. So there's pros and cons to everything, but obviously, you know, you pay more for the better car, so that is why I would give the winner to the Dubsta. But again, the Sand King's just right behind it. You know, it's not that much worse, except for the top speed. I think the top speed is the only thing that is clearly better on the Dubsta. But let me know in the comment section, what car do you like? What is your go-to off-road car? Is it the Sand King, or is it the Dubsta 6x6 if you actually have that car? So let me know in the comment section. And also, again, like I said, if you want me to do any other cars, you know, sort of car versus series, I guess, then let me know in the comment section, and I will do that. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like the video. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to get out a money guide, because you guys have been asking me to do that. Either that or an RP guide. We'll see which one I can get out first, but definitely be expecting both of those in the next couple of days. But again, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and it's your boy Saintsfan. I'm out. Peace!